Hey guys, and welcome to Service Lines Podcast. I am your host with the most equipment, and today he is back, my southern brother from another mother, Mr. EJ Magic Mike Johnson.
Hey, I'm back. They let me
Welcome
out.
back.
I'm
Welcome
here.
back.
I'm live and I'm back. First
Yeah.
time in a while, Zach.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. We'll have TK back here pretty soon, and some of the other co-hosts. It's been a season of catch up. We had so much going on, and after we lost all the content, and you guys were going through like this, just like crazy building season, all of you, and you're back. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's good to have you back. It's good to be getting along and making this happen again. So.
Yeah.
On our new platform, we haven't done other than the morning grind. We haven't done the new platform together. So
Yeah, I like it too. So we're excited for this guest. It's our first time getting to bring her into the Appliance Alliance group. Uh, Fresh out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, the Encompass Open House, and fresh off of her YouTube debut. We have Miss Moniqueca Sims from the SSG Appliance Academy. How's it
Hey,
going?
guys. It's going great. How about y'all?
There
Morning
she-
in the middle.
Mona and the boys on the Appliance Alliance group.
Yes, Mona and the boys.
Yeah.
The block wouldn't accept my name.
She wanted to be called that in the power block with Mike Sneed and Reggie, but they went with power block. But we'll do it. We'll do Mona and the boys for tonight only.
Thank y'all so much.
yeah, it's good to have you. You actually have an advantage over me, EJ. At least you got to take a picture with her in person. I have not met Mona whatsoever. No idea about SSG or anything. So our audience and myself, we're all kind of in this ride together. We get to learn who she is and who SSG is, and it's exciting. It's good to have you here. I'm glad you came to join us. So I know you're a little freaked out, but that's okay. Yeah, it's good. We'll kind of talk about that a little bit later, the whole YouTube thing. So one of the first things we like to ask our guests is like, who are you? Like, what about you? Give us your elevator pitch, what your experience is, kind of like what all this is about. So I'm going to bring you up to the main stage.
Okay. I'm Moniqueca Sims. I'm the president and founder of SSG Appliance Academy. I started the school because when I started appliance repair business in 2017, I lost a bunch of money hiring part changers. I had a lot of people apply to be technicians, but they didn't have experience. So it was really hard to find technicians. So I got tired of losing money. And I started working on trying to start the school. So I'm trying to become a solution to the problem of it being like a unicorn to find somebody that know how to repair appliances. So we're a part of the solution because we have a lot of great other training schools out there already.
So tell us a little bit. We were talking in the pre-roll. So you're like a 2-week kind of like a Job Corps kind of training thing, or like how does that work out? Like what does that look like?
Yeah, so the basic appliance repair is 2 weeks. Is they go every day, they do hands-on. So it's 4 hours of lecture, 4 hours hands-on every day, starting with basic electricity. We spend a lot of time on that part because it's the hardest concept for the technicians to get. And then we also have a weekend seal system class. It's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Very cool. And you said you're in a Like, are you in a college setting? Is this a whole separate thing? Like, how does this all work out? Because I know like there's some colleges that have like a little piece within them, right? How does it lay out with you guys?
Yeah, it's a separate setting. Actually, we're currently located in Tucker, but we're actually moving into Encompass training facility. So we're probably going. We do our seal system classes there now, and we do the basic appliance classes in our location in Tucker. But we're probably going to start doing all of them. We're in the process of doing all of them at Encompass training facility.
Very cool.
Yeah, you're actually solving one of the biggest needs in the industry, finding techs. And it's interesting you mentioned the part changers. It's been a topic of discussion this week. The struggle to find somebody that's more than a part changer. And I just wanted to ask you about that. What kind of people do you see succeed the most in these trainings? Because we do have other training facilities. What's your experience? What's the ideal candidate?
It's been more of a middle-aged men that's been succeeding more. You know, they were like really eager to learn, really eager to get to work. I've been trying to really tap into the millennials, but it's hard. I've had a couple that comes through and they're pretty eager, but it's mainly, middle-aged men that are good. Now, I had a couple women. I'm trying to get more women in the industry, but the women do well also.
Yeah, I heard on your YouTube debut actually talking about several women have come through, and that's a bit of a strong point where you can relate to the women in the industry, and that there's several forces of women in the industry. Could you speak to that just a bit?
So the women, you said there's several courses of women?
Forces.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Power.
So, so the women that I've had come through, I had one 23-year-old. She was the first woman to come through. She was a 23-year-old. She took our program. She had no experience at all in appliances. And she went on a ride after the 2-week program. She went on a ride along with dependable services. And within like 2 weeks, she was doing 8 to 10 jobs. She was doing 8 to 10 jobs by herself. And so, and she loved it. It kind of started conflicting with her schedule though. So, but she loved it. And I had more women come through, and some stick with it, some don't. But I can pretty much tell the ones that will. When they kind of remind me of myself, it's the women that like don't wait on their husband to hang pictures. If they want their pictures hang, they hang it themselves. So if they're waiting on somebody to do something for them, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna make it. But the ones that like if they buy something and they want it put together when they want it put together, they'll make it in in appliance repair.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. The funny story is that most of the middle-aged men now are millennials. I'm technically a millennial and I'm almost 40 years old. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy to think that,
I prefer to call us in our age group Xennials is what they call it.
Xennials. So what is it the Gen X? What's the 20-year-olds?
They're technically pushing Gen Z, but
Gen Z. Yeah, those that's just a whole nother.
That's a whole nother realm. We're going into a whole nother realm there. Yeah.
So that's
a whole different breed.
There was studies that actually clarified that there is a generation between X and millennial, and that's the Xennials. It's those of us that kind of grew up and came of age in the 90s, and like I'm talking middle school, high school, college years, that grew up with video games and cell phones, but probably didn't have them as young children, that kind of generation. So it's interesting to think about the different generations that succeed or don't succeed and how to train them.
Well, I guess I'm an Xennial.
Yeah. It's like the 35 to 40 somethings, because technically 40, that the late 70s, very early 80s, like 80, I think it's 81 is the cutoff or whatever, is technically Generation X, and then the rest of us kind of fall into the millennial, which we're actually not. So anyway. So what would, like, how did you get your training? What led you? I mean, you started a business and you had a struggle. Like, what led you into the business? Like, how did that all come about?
I had a friend that, the only way I can actually spend time with him was to ride with him because he'd never get out the truck. So I wanted him to fix my washer, and I kept asking him to fix my washer, and he kept putting it off because he was just so busy. So one day I rode with him, and he fixed the washer just like mine. And so I went home. He had the part, so I went home and fixed my washer myself. So I seen how easy it was, but it's easy once I know what the problem is. I still didn't really know how to diagnose. So I rolled out with him some, and I actually took Master Samurai class also. But I started my program, and people was like, "Why don't you do it online?" And I was like, "It's just because even when I took it online, I still felt like I needed to be able to put 2 and 2 together." So yeah, so that's why I want to make sure it was hands on.
That's awesome.
That's important. I've got 2 guys that I've got doing online training, and they get it, but it's something different about actually putting it to use.
Yeah, like I mean, Master Samurai program was great because he really was able to break it down to me to where I could understand it. And coming from not having no basic appliance experience at all, but I still just felt like I needed that hands-on training.
Well, and Scott admits it. I mean, I've had multiple conversations, 2 conversations on air, and then multiple conversations like not recorded with him. And you know, he admits it. Like, the way their program is designed to work is it's kind of like a supplement. So the owner of the business or the lead technician of the business is kind of like giving the hands-on to this new technician, or like in your case where you're doing it out of your garage or something, like you're getting that little bit of hands-on with what he's telling you. So that's very specific. But yeah, it is nice when you can actually do like what you're doing, where it's all hands-on and you can get all that kind of in once, and still use things like Master Samurai to get the information that you need or whatever. So what's the cost look like to go through your 2-week program?
So the basic appliance repair is $2,063, and the seal system is $1,085.
Okay. Does that come same 2 weeks, or are they 2 separate courses?
It's 2 separate courses, but usually we'll have the seal system fall on right after the 2-week course. So if somebody wanted to take both, they'll be able to take both.
Cool. I heard you talking about you got 3 or 4 instructors.
Yeah, I have 4 instructors, and so they range from experience from 15 to 40 years, and they're just awesome. Like my seal system instructor, one of them, he's like a genius in the field. He's ex-military engineer. He is just like a wealth of walking knowledge. And he still do it. He still do refrigeration all day, every day. So he instructed for me, but on the weekend, by Monday through Friday, he still does it. He loves it, and he loves teaching. And he has about 25, 30 years experience. And then I have Shamita. She's actually a female instructor. She's been in the field for 15 years. She came up doing it with her dad, and so she's just been doing it ever since. She got so many certifications. Like when she applied, she gave me like 10 certifications. But she's very knowledgeable. Like she know that basic appliance repair like the back of her hand. Like it's not a question that you're gonna ask her that she don't know the answer to. Now I have another seal system tech. He does both. He does basic appliance repair and seal system. He's been in the industry for 16 years. He's really great. He's great also with the seal system. He's more of like the basic. So what I've done, because Richard is so knowledgeable, but he's it's hard for him to break it all the way down. Like 1 + 1 is 2. Richard kind of start at 3 + 3. I mean, 3 × 3 is 9. So Austin is good at breaking the basic. So he's really good at breaking it down where they can understand it. So he does the first day, and then Richard does the second day.
That's a good idea. Do you have a favorite? Don't answer that.
I love them all. I love them all. Like I don't have a favorite.
Hey, we have this conversation with our kids. We have 4 kids, and they want to know who's the favorite. And I just say, none of you. I don't like any of you. It's mom is my favorite.
Right. I know that's the right answer. But I think we all have a favorite kid, though. No, I think it's just
and the least favorite.
Different things about. Yes.
Mine's the same
my
one.
mom told me when I was young. I think I was a teenager. My mom told me, she said, "I love you, but I do not like you." And I could not understand that. That messed me up for a long time until I had a child. I did not like.
It makes it all different.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite and my least favorite's the same. So she's like,
you got one kid.
Yes, you got one.
I do. I have one daughter. So
I try to find a funny way to say it. Like my kids are 10 to 16, and I just say like, Nolan, you're my favorite 10-year-old in the whole world.
I know that's right. Yes,
you're my favorite 10-year-old kid. And he's like, I'm your only one. I said, you want to be the least favorite?
Right.
Come on now, act right.
Right. That's the answer.
So we were talking on the pre-roll. By the time this airs, it'll be out for 2 weeks. But tell us about your first YouTube experience. Like, how was that?
It was a bomb. I bombed.
I'm sure it wasn't that bad. I mean, what I saw wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I shared it with Zach so he could watch it too.
Oh Lord, don't share it. Mike was like, "Did you tell your family to watch?" I said, "Heck no, I ain't tell them to watch." Because I already knew what it was gonna be. But I mean, it was okay. I was very nervous, but the people in the comments, they were kind of like encouraging me, so I didn't feel that bad. Nobody was really like giving me a hard time. So I mean, I could see where it could get better. You know, months and months and months down the line. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I went ahead and did this interview, because TK asked me a long time. He asked me about 3 months ago, and I just been nervous. You know, him and Rochelle Ward. She asked me too, and I just did. So I just did both of them this week.
Oh, yeah.
But I was planning on doing it at Encompass, because at one point Reggie said he was going to have like podcast stations set up for people who had podcasts. I was planning on doing both of them at Encompass, but that didn't happen. So now I'm doing
he had the schedule so tight because there was so much going on. I think early on we was wondering if we were going to be able to fill all the time. So it's kind of a blessing that we didn't get to, but we got to meet each other. I'll tell you, you're doing much better today than yesterday, and it was really good. The appliance repair community stepped up and supported you and welcomed you. I know that. And Mike cut in and helped you get through the last part.
Yes.
The ABC family, man, they just they rally around each other like no one else. And you know, we have something similar with the Appliance Alliance group, but the ABC family, man, they're really tight. They are a family. I'm glad to be part of it as an alumni myself.
Are you? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a online version alumni. I claim it whether they do or not. But
no, he claimed you though. He do. He's like, make sure you go over there. I was like, I think I'm gonna cancel my interview. He was like, no, you better go over there and take care. Let's go over there and take care of my man or whatever. So yeah, he claims you.
Well, yeah, we really want to bring the people of the industry together on our interviews and show the industry who's out there, what's going on. We get so many questions of where to go for training, and honestly, we just say all of them. Check them all out.
Yeah.
Pick one that fits, one that offers what you want, the price and the location that you're good with, and don't just stick with the one. You know, Mike says the same thing when he runs through his boot camp. Don't stop here. It's just a weekend. Go get something somewhere else. Supplement it. Study. You know, we talk about books a lot. Do you have a favorite book for business or appliance repair that you like to recommend?
Well, you know, we use the major appliance troubleshooting book at the school, but yeah, that's you know, that book has pretty much everything in it. That book is really great. information
What,
with appliance repair.
what about business books? You got a favorite business book?
Yes. Mark Cuban, How to Win in Business. When I read his book, I realized that his life was a lot like my own. So that's one of my favorites. And then Automatic Millionaire. I have my children read that because I think it's more so for like the upcoming age group, the younger ones. So I do like the Automatic Millionaire, and I got a lot. The Alchemist is I can go on and on with the books.
What's your favorite podcast?
Appliance Alliance.
That's right. That's correct. I was gonna say there is a wrong answer.
Yes,
No,
Appliance.
but seriously, like I'm big on personal development. I spend probably, we talked, I get up at 4:30 in the morning. So I spend the first 2 hours of my day on my core activities, my, foundational activities. So reading and that kind of stuff, that personal development. So, but genuinely, like what's one of the, entrepreneurial, because I listen to probably a dozen different podcasts, depending on, I rotate through them because they're not all daily. So,
I don't really like, because I didn't know about Mike Sneed, Appliance Alliance, because I don't really go on YouTube that much. So I don't really like, I read a lot. So I don't watch TV, watch a lot of podcasts. So I'm kind of getting into it now. So I can't think of one that I've watched.
Check out Brendan Burchard. I think you'll like him just based on the books that you were saying. And another guy, if you like stories, like just these crazy people that are just all over the place, is the Ed Milet show. It's a really, really good show.
You said the Ed Milet?
Ed Milet. Yeah.
And what was the other one? The first one?
Brendan Burchard.
Okay.
He's another mindset kind of coach.
Okay.
And into business and entrepreneurial skills. So he kind of, just runs the gambit. I probably have 24 different podcasts that I listen to. I don't listen to music. Unless I'm trying to like get into creation mode. Like if I'm trying to like be really creative, then, I get into the music and I, just kind of let it loose in the headspace. But 9 times out of 10, I'm in like growth mode. So like, all right, how can I develop myself? So what's been your routine? Like what's your found? Yeah. So audiobooks. What's yeah.
So I wake up in the morning like 4:30, between 4:30 and 5.
Well, yeah, that's Zach's spirit animal there.
Yes, I meditate, I pray, and I usually work out, but I haven't been working out in probably about 3 weeks. So so 4:30 I pray, I meditate, and I work out. And
what are you listening to when you're working out? What are you listening to when you're working out?
You don't want to know.
What? No audio, but that actually surprises me because a lot of people do the audio thing.
Audio books? Yeah. No, because I kind of need. Well, most of the time I've been working out with a virtual trainer, so I don't listen to much. But if I'm on the treadmill, I need like music to keep me going, and I listen to stuff like Tootsie Roll. Like that South music, like Tootsie Roll and all that stuff. Like, y'all know that song?
I don't know that song, but I know some South music.
That's like the 90s music, like 95 South Boy and 69 Boys and stuff like that. And that music just like really keep you going and like spread the ground and stuff like that.
TK may be the group expert in gangster rap. If you check his tagline on Facebook in the Appliance Alliance. But I grew up I grew up listening to 90s gangster rap. And so I now I'm doing more like the Christian hip hop, like Lecrae, NF, different things like that.
He still owes us a picture, by the way. We had someone a couple weeks ago that wanted to see the picture of EJ because no one believes how EJ used to dress at all.
Really?
Yes.
That picture's been retired, I think.
You need to post that on your Facebook group.
See?
Look, y'all ain't let me in the Facebook group.
Well,
When did you ask to come in? Because that's on TK then.
Probably about I think it was early this week. It was after
If it was
Yeah.
early this week, he hasn't done the approvals. He won't do the approvals till Sunday.
yeah, it generally does on Sunday.
yeah,
I'll tell you what.
y'all already denied me once.
I'll look
But
you up.
it means
look
you
you
didn't
up
answer
and
the
prove
questions.
I didn't because I was driving and I was like trying to get in a group real quick and I didn't have time to answer the questions. And by the time I went back, I was denied.
We typically try and so this is in fairness. Like we typically try and leave them for like a length of time with the questions on it. That's why he waits until like Sunday to do it, to give people time to like actually answer the questions. But if it's not done by Sunday, he throws them out because we've had too many people just like that's just for the safety of the group. We want like genuine, authentic people, and
I know
EJ will invite you. He's busy over there. He can get you in the
I
group.
know. I intended questions. I just got so busy and forgot.
Zach, she answered the question right. The one question, the favorite podcast. I'm just gonna approve her. She's gonna be approved today.
Thank you.
She deserved it.
No, that's cool. I like the morning routine. The guys give me crap about it all the time, but I get so much work done when I do that. Like it puts my mind in the right space and I get a ton of work done. Like I probably spend a good hour for myself. Like I start with the scrolls from The Greatest Salesman. Great book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. And I do a scroll a month. So like 30 days, I pick one of the scrolls and I do that for 30 days. I read it a couple times a day. So I start with one of those and then I move into like an audio book or a podcast, whichever I'm feeling on the day. And then I work into some other business building activities, or I might read something that, just like feeds the soul, like something creative, a fantasy or something to just like make my brain work depending on what I'm trying to do for the day. And then, I go into like messaging people and adding friends and just like doing the typical business building things on my end. And off we go. Then it's time for the morning grind. So
you've been watching that?
You wake up that early. By 10 o'clock, you're halfway through your day.
Heck yeah, I love it. I love it.
Mona, have you been watching the morning grind?
Have you seen that?
I haven't.
So if you check out our Facebook page, every morning at 8 Eastern, roughly, we actually start our day together doing very much like what you're doing. We start out with prayer and we read a verse or two of scripture, and then we talk business and Bible and how they relate to start up, encouraging, uplifting, send everybody out in the industry with positive vibes. And
I definitely got to watch that. I really just I had Facebook, but I wasn't really. I just started kind of.
We put it on the YouTube too
this week and YouTube, but I'm gonna definitely watch it. I pray my pastor I pray with my pastor at 9 o'clock, so it's before that. So I 8 o'clock I'm up. So I'm definitely gonna check y'all out.
Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, we have a good time, and we're always looking for guests. So if you're ever interested in, hopping on, have a conversation.
Now y'all trying to push it.
So
it's an offer. It's an offer out there. This
offer.
Isn't bad. You're not. You're not dead.
Hey,
that's
right. Did you die?
No,
almost.
But you're still alive.
Did you
Mostly alive is still alive.
Yes.
So while we're having fun, what's probably the craziest experience you've had in appliance repair, out in the field or otherwise?
Crazy. Let me think.
What's that one story that when you want to really make somebody laugh or tell them how crazy it really is?
I can't really think of. I more so when I used to ride out with my friend, because he do so much. Like he do like 20 to 25 service calls a day. So he got a lot of experiences. Yeah, he's a machine. That's why I won't marry him.
Mhm.
But people, he'll have altercations with customers, and they'll cuss him out. They'll like follow him to the car, and it just be. I'm like, what is wrong with them? Like, so I on several occasions, like he done had like altercations with customers, like going off and follow him to the car. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I really haven't had a lot of crazy experiences myself.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for the technician out there trying to get into the field, learn a little more about?
Yes. Make sure you get trained properly, so you are able to go out here and troubleshoot and diagnose these appliances the right way. So don't just jump in without getting training, because
And you go get it right here at
just get
SSG.
it at SSG Appliance Academy, because we specialize in advanced troubleshooting and using that multimeter and schematics to diagnose those appliances. And we're also running a special right now for our seal system class with the coupon code ABC Family. Mike Sneed and Reggie with Encompass is paying $435 towards the sealed system, and they can get it for $650 for the next upcoming class for the 15th.
Is there a limited number of spots or just one?
It will be I was doing it for like the first 4, but I think that filled up. So it's like 12 students can come. If it's 12 students, then both my instructors will be there at the same time all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let us know if you have.
It's ABC, huh?
Let us know if you have trouble filling that.
Yeah, because we're going to be dropping this on the 7th. So
You'll probably have them full by then, but
yeah,
you let us know.
I may extend it to the next class, but then it'll probably be like the maybe the first 5 people that enrolls.
Very cool.
The coupon code is ABC FAM. ABC FAM. Yeah.
Cool.
Coupon code. And also a lot of people have been asking me about refrigeration theory. Like they just want to do the refrigeration part, not the seal system, not take the whole basic appliance. They just want refrigeration. So Encompass have these lunch and learns that they do with R600. So they have one coming up on, I think, May 17th and 19th. So after those classes, we are offering a refrigeration theory class for $250, but early bird code is early bird coupon code early bird for $199.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
nice. It's a good way to get the name out there.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know about you until recently, so we want to put you out there to everybody and
thank you.
Give that opportunity.
Thank y'all.
It's been fun. I've enjoyed this conversation.
Yes, me too.
And you're not dead.
I'm not dead. Look, I lived through it. I did.
Did we make it feel comfortable?
Huh?
Did we make it feel comfortable?
Yes, y'all made me feel very comfortable. I mean, Mona and the boys rock.
Mona and the boys.
We rock. Yes.
Hey, how many YouTube subscribers are you up to now? You was at 17 last I counted.
I got 36.
There you go.
When I had 17, it really was 15 because 2 of them was me.
I heard that. Hey, everybody check out the YouTube page. She's going to be putting out some content.
Yes.
SSG Appliance Academy.
Yep. SSG Appliance Academy. Yep.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Well, glad we can make you feel comfortable. That is actually one piece of feedback that I get every time we have a guest on, is that we've managed to kind of bring that stress level down and you walk away not dead. So
right. I lived through it. But yeah, actually y'all catch us on the Power Block. So it's SSG Academy, but it's also Reggie.
Try saying his name.
His is like washers and tricks and tips, I think.
Yeah.
And then the Appliance Boot Camp every Monday and Thursday from 7 to 9.
Very cool.
Yeah. We caught
Mona-
it last night. Lots of good stuff there. Reggie
Yeah.
doing the giveaways.
Yeah.
Mona in between the boys.
Yep, in between the boys. I'm gonna have to like, try to kind of come up with something fun. Like they do the technical, and then I just have to get some content that I can speak to women all day, but more so men are watching. So I'm like, what are they gonna be interested in? Coming from me.
There's a ton of women in the field, like just a ton of women in the field, and we've actually worked with a lot of the women trying to figure out how to empower and encourage and equip them to stand up and take their voice in the industry. And
Yeah.
So hopefully I can inspire some. I mean, even at the school, I'm gonna start having like self-help workshops, empowerment workshops, because that's what my passion is really lies, is what, like self-help. So I'm definitely, but those workshops, I'm not charging for it. I'm just gonna have them at school. So there won't be no charge.
Cool.
Yeah, I watch Miss Ward a lot, and she was a regular co-host with us, and I think we all kind of took a side seat there for a little while, but she's encouraging. Like she tells you how it is. She's definitely got that power, that powerful voice, not just her sound of her voice, but she speaks with authority.
Right.
So, I mean, there's definitely room for other women in the industry to be a voice on YouTube and social medias and everything. Just come in and bring who you are and what you stand for. And just meeting you here for 30 something minutes, I know people will follow.
Oh, thank you.
A pleasure meeting you. It was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, it's a pleasure meeting y'all too.
Yes.
Hopefully we can do Mona and the boys again soon.
Yeah. We can do that.
So what's your one final piece of advice before we leave to a new business owner or a new technician?
New business owner is, look, make sure you send your technicians to school, like training. Send them to school. It will save you a lot of money. That one small investment will make you a lot of money. At the same time, it will save you a lot of money, because take it from me, I lost about $50,000 in parts the first year I was in business. So so that is why the school came about. But definitely send your technicians to school, and new techs coming in, get all the training you can, because you can go to all the schools and get different training styles, because everybody have different training styles. So I've had people come to our school that's been a dyer, and they probably picked up something that they didn't know. So it's different training styles. So try all of them. That's
awesome. Same thing we say.
Yeah. Training is not an expense. It's an investment.
100%.
Definitely is. Yes.
100%. Well, thank you for coming along. We appreciate you, and we look forward to chatting with you again.
Y'all welcome. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Yeah.
Catch us on Monday.
All right, guys. So for the Service Alliance podcast, what an awesome episode. That was a ton of fun. And we're going to drop the links. If you haven't already checked them out, the links are in the description, along with all our affiliate links. And if you haven't heard it all along, like, comment, subscribe, and share this channel. Help it grow. Help elevate the industry one podcast at a time. We hope you all have a great day, and we will catch you next time on the Service Alliance podcast. Peace.